Hi, I'm Simon Hall, Head of Marketing for Winmore, and today I'm with Steve Feeney, the inventor of SightRight. Today we're going to be covering some areas about eye dominance, rather important. Steve, welcome to Cardiff Riding.
Hi.
So what is, as an introduction to eye dominance, why is it so important to understand?
Well, I think if I take you back to a marksman using a rifle, why did they ever need to put sights on a rifle? And essentially, I think it's been identified that the human being doesn't actually have the ability to home in accurately as we would like them to do. So if you ever took the sights off a rifle, you would understand how a marksman would feel.
So you're saying SightRight is giving you, really, giving your dart game sights like a gun?
Yes, it's enabling the individual to actually sight perfectly to a point of aim.
Okay. And with that, what will be a result of that? Will it be increased scores, accuracy, or?
So in darts, what we're looking for is to improve the player's accuracy through visual information. So if we get the dart player looking perfectly at what they should be looking at, then we actually build in technique behind that.
And with that improvement in technique, is that a natural thing, or is that something you would have to work on, or is it something that happens because you are now more accurate?
Well, without perfect vision, what you will tend to find is the dart player will find their own way. So they will learn to throw the dart, but they'll never see the dart going.
So this is where we see many different styles among dart players, how they throw and where they stand.
Of course. And if you look at a lot of the what I would call the better players of today, as the games move forward, you'll see more and more of the top players with almost perfect vision, whereas you'll see a lot of the other players who are throwing with spatial awareness.
Okay, and can you, when you say spatial awareness, can you just let us know what that spatial awareness is compared to this visual accuracy?
Yeah, and I think the easiest way to compare that is to come back to the gun analogy. If you ever picked up a gun, you wouldn't put the gun to the side of your head or your eyes. You would actually put the gun in front of your eyes and look down the sights. And that's the same with darts. So again, if you look at the more accurate guys, they tend to have the darts in front of their eyes and they see the dart flight. With the guys who are playing with the dart throw beside their eyes, they're never really seeing the flight, they're only learning how that flight takes place through a particular biomechanical delivery.
So point one is that the technique will improve by having the dart in front of the eyes. So let's assume for a player we all very well, Ted Hankey, it looks like he stands in another county when he's playing.
Yeah.
How would you sum that up of Ted's throw? What is he actually doing? It's in terms of sighting there.
Well, we mustn't make any mistake that there's a massive amount of natural ability in human beings, and through very, very hard practice, hard work, players learn to get a spatial awareness, a spatial feel when they play sports such as darts. So Ted has played for many, many years, learned to throw darts in such a way that he gets an outcome. The reality is, has Ted ever really seen that dart flight go into the dartboard?
And your theory would say that his accuracy could actually improve if he was sighted.
Well, there's two elements, you see, because if you look at the accuracy factor, if we sighted him and got his biomechanics working in line with his visual accuracy, there's two things that would follow on then would be, one, if you look at his throw to the double 30, the double 16, or the throw to the double 10, there's two different distances that he's throwing to as a result of standing so far.
He's throwing currently a short and a long double then?
Correct, yeah.
Right, okay. So you feel that would improve his accuracy. Let's, for players out there who are taking SightRight, what are the teething problems going to be of bringing this new symmetry into the game?
Well, for many players who've been playing a game in a certain way, where they've literally learned this spatial approach and never really understood the accuracy factor, they will need to eliminate some of the bad habits. So first they'll need to learn to sight perfectly to the dartboard, and they'll need to learn to let their technique fall in line with their visual accuracy.
So there is going to be a period of becoming uncomfortable, but the overall outcome that we're looking for is eliminating bad habits with a big increase in visual accuracy and actual.
It's about giving a player an edge, and you know, when you look at what you need to do to improve your game, you know, even the likes of Phil Taylor will constantly tell you he's always looking to improve his game. So if a person doesn't have visual accuracy, yet they're playing a visual accuracy sport. Why wouldn't they want to do something that would help them improve their game?
That's a good point. And from any of the top pros you've worked with, have they said any comments, very quick, short comments that maybe sum up SightRight quickly?
Yeah, without stating names, there will be some people say that SightRight gives a player an unfair advantage, and I know it does, because we're back to the visual accuracy aspect, you know, it just amazes people. You know, there will be some that will challenge it, because it's actually challenging the way they've looked at the dartboard in all the time they've played.
So basically, to sum it all up, SightRight gives you an unfair advantage.